Hello there. My name
Hi.
is Jeff Levitt, and fuck you.
I thought you were talking to me. I haven't read your script. Sorry. I don't know.
So much for that, you're like, oh, just so you know, I'm not going to talk at all in your intro unless I'm specifically
Did
prompted.
I say that? That was a week ago. Back to the top. Back to the top.
Hello there. My name is Jeff Levitt, and I am a big Transformers fan. I've put together a little quiz of real and fake Transformers names, and I'm joined by my friend Colin Ketchen, who is
Hi.
not, in fact, at all a Transformers fan. How are you doing today, Colin?
I'm good. I just watched the show Dickinson, and the lead actress from that is from Bumblebee, so I've almost watched Bumblebee, if that counts as Transformers fandom.
Oh, you haven't watched
Almost.
Bumblebee yet?
No, I have almost watched it.
It's pretty good. Here's how this quiz is going to work. In each question, there will be 3 really stupid Transformers names, and one of them is fake. It is Colin's goal to guess correctly which one that is. Additionally, Colin, you may ask me what the toy turns into, whether it's an Autobot or a Decepticon, the year it was made, or the central gimmick that it has in the toy line.
Okay, cool. So, 2 truths and a lie, but I'm never, ever gonna get one right.
Probably.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, cool.
All right. You got a handle on those rules?
I think I got a handle on those rules.
All right, cool. Let's jump into it. Question 1.
Okay.
Squeeze play.
You fucked me up on the first one.
Yeah. Windbreaker. And nail biter.
I'm guessing one of the rules is no Google.
No Google for sure.
No,
Yeah. No studying.
no calling a lifeline. No visiting my local Target during the recording for as
Correct.
much evidence as I can find. Fucking okay. Squeeze play. Gimmick, please.
Squeeze play is a headmaster, so this was a gimmick where the head of the robot would come off, and then when the robot turned into its alternate mode, the head would transform into a little tiny robot.
I'm caught in that loop where I'm like, it's so ridiculous. I can't
Yeah.
imagine a marketing department would pass on it. But
Oh, that part's real.
that-
I've got
that's-
headmasters right here.
Oh no, I mean
Yeah.
the name Squeeze Play.
Yeah.
Where it's like but it could also be something where you're like, I can't, like, this is so ridiculous, I have to put it in because it's a fake out. Windbreaker. Year of release, actually.
1994.
That sounds about right.
Actually, so 1993 in Europe, and then it got released in the States in 94.
Okay, still, that's about the time frame I was expecting something named Windbreaker to be released as a popular item. Okay, so I'm gonna lock in my guess. Now, according to the answers you gave me, Squeeze Play is absolutely just an atrocious piece of marketing, real or fake. But I'm not playing the game, I'm playing the player. I'm gonna go with Windbreaker. I think Windbreaker is the fake boy.
All right. Windbreaker is real.
Fuck.
Nailbiter was the fake one.
Man.
He kind of snuck under the
Yeah,
radar.
you did. You really got me there.
You were so
God.
focused on the 2 real ones.
Okay, you need to explain Squeeze Play to me. You need to explain how that was, like, legal in other countries.
The fucking 80s were a wild time, all right? They have a lot of weird... Like, one of them is named Erector, okay? Like, Squeeze Play is he's like an alien crab monster. So he's got pinchers. They squeeze. Squeeze.
The fucking people scraping coke out of their nostrils, naming the thing, had to know what that meant. Nobody looks at a crab and says, all right, squeeze his shit. Okay, next. We're moving on to the next one. I'm going to be thinking about that all week.
All right, question 2.
Squeeze Play.
The names are Jetpack, Bird Brain, and Rough Stuff.
We're Rough Stuff and Squeeze Play like teammates or something? Were they ever in a
No.
squad together?
Unrelated.
Okay. They're missing out. Any of these 3 been featured in the films, the Michael Bay films?
No.
Okay. Then I'm useless. All right, so. And I've only
I
seen
went
3 of those.
obscure.
Hulu has The Last Night, but it doesn't have Age of Extinction, so I never watch Age of Extinction. I'm just like, I don't care. I know they're both bad, but like...
They're both bad, but I think Last Night is more laughably bad.
Okay, that's fair. But it has Anthony Hopkins. That gives it something. It gives it Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, he has no business being in that movie.
Okay, just like fucking the name Rough Stuff has no... Rough Stuff sounds actually like definitely a Transformers name. Like if I saw Rough Stuff in the store, I would not be surprised at all. Bird Brain, I also, like, it's dumb, but it's the kind of dumb I've grown accustomed to with this particular set of products. Was the first one more time, and its gimmick,
Jetpack.
Please. Jetpack.
And Jetpack was a pretender, which is when they got into a little weird lull in Transformers toy sales, and they're like, what if we made Transformers that were like people? And all the pretenders had, like, basically shells, so they had a little transforming robot inside, and then the shell was like, in the case of the Decepticons, was like these scary monsters, and in the case of the Autobots was like dudes in armored suits.
Okay. So I'm thinking, I think Bird Brain is real. Rough Stuff, well, it sounds like a name I'd get. Rough Stuff also isn't really a noun, it's a descriptor. It's like Rough Stuff is what is sort of how you would characterize a thing. You wouldn't look at this, hey, I've got one Rough Stuff in my car, can you help me get it inside? Jetpack being a noun seems more realistic, but the link between the name Jetpack and the description of a pretender doesn't really seem to jive, so I'm kind of stuck between those two, but I can't imagine them not making a Transformer called Jetpack, so while Rough Stuff is convincing, I think it is fake.
Rough Stuff is real, Jetpack is fake.
Why'd you let me do that to myself?
It was a wild ride. Sitting there watching you go through all that logical reasoning just to arrive at the wrong answer. I was like, oh, is he going to get it? Is he going to get it? No, he doesn't get it.
The strands of my stupidity are being unraveled in front of the world.
Would you like to move on to a themed question, Colin? Maybe you'll fare better.
I didn't bring a costume, but yes, it will make me feel better.
Okay, we're going for some superhero/villainry here. So our names are Flash, Blade, and Electro.
I'm so fucked up because the worst Spider-Man movie, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is not terrible, but it's not good.
Don't you know?
I'm Electro is my favorite. It's like unironically, like my favorite thing out of like any Spider-Man film. I love it so much.
I'm aware.
And I have to not let that color my feelings about this name. God, I never even... You pulled a switcheroo on me. I was not expecting this kind of overlap. And they all sound like great Transformers names. I'm going to go Flash. It seems a little more half-baked than other things. Blade seems pretty spot on. And... Electro describes robots, so I'm gonna go with Flash.
Flash is real, Blade is fake.
Fucking Wesley Snipes at it again. Damn. Okay. What is Flash's ability? Is it to go fast or to make lights?
He's a Turbo Master, which was vaguely just a series of Transformers that had. Gosh, I really thought I would remember this when I looked it up a couple weeks ago.
You got to write down the real answers too, Jeff. Come on.
It had. I think the thing is that its engine block came off and turned into a weapon. I think that was the thing with Turbo Masters.
If only. All right.
I just wrote down Turbo Master and I was like, yeah, I'll remember what that means.
Next.
All right. Question 4. The names are Slapdash, Gun Feast, and Ape Face.
Wow. Ape Face is rough.
Rough stuff.
That is a challenging piece of merchandise. Gun Feast? Gun Feast.
Yeah.
Give me the best description of this Transformer based on how much you are willing to, like, tell me within the parameters of these rules. Like, I need to know what the fuck the visual representation of a Gun Feast is.
A tank Gunfeast is a tank.
Okay. All right.
A tank
got me.
and a Target Master, which was a series where they had a little robot that transformed into a gun.
Could I hear slapdash used in a sentence? No. Okay.
Slapdash is a Formula One race car power master.
I'm tying myself in knots because, like, slapdash means something that is slipshod, poorly constructed, like not a lot of careful effort went into it. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with racing. But some fucking asshole going through the thesaurus saw the word dash with a race car. And we're like, it needs to be more than one syllable. We already did flash. You crafted an impossible game, my friend.
I might have, yeah.
And this is the unsolvable problem. The answer is not 42, it's slapdash. Gunfeast sounds very aggressive. Apeface sounds very problematic. But very much like something a white dude scraping coke out of his nostrils would pitch in the 80s. So the theme is consistent. And the naming reasoning for slap is Apeface an Autobot or a Decepticon?
Decepticon.
Okay, that's real. Gunfeast. I'm locking in Gunfeast. That's my answer.
Gunfeast is fake. I made that shit up.
I got it. Oh,
you got one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could imagine people in the 80s being 1, bad at words, 2, racist. But yeah,
Apeface is actually getting a new toy in the year 2020 or 2019 perhaps. So they're sticking with that one.
Oh, they better rename that shit now.
He turns into a gorilla, if that helps.
Okay. So we have one more question left. Jeff, what do I get if I win? What's the reward for me? What am I fighting for?
Love and a better KD ratio than Patrick Brown.
Wait, I think he's already done better than me. Didn't he get 3 right? How many did he get right?
He got 1 out of 10.
Whoa. All right. Last question. Let's go.
Last question. The names are Doubleheader, Excavator, and Uppercut.
Uppercut, I believe. Excavator, Gimmick.
Gimmick. He is a typo. Micromaster. I wrote Micromater, which is a different
Voiced by Larry the Cable Guy. Okay.
So Micromasters are just little boys, little Transformers.
Yeah, I almost just want to say that's fake because how do you make an excavator out of something tiny? It's a gigantic thing. The first one again was
an excavator. That's his name.
Why would you name?
Why would you name it excavator and have it not turn into an excavator? That is a good question, Colin.
That'd be like in Halo
if
the mammoth was not a giant roving base, but was instead like a 2-person ATV. Here's the little mammoth, big mongoose. It's just, I don't know. I have to imagine there's something keeping these cokeheads in line, and there might not be.
I think it looks more like a puma.
So, what was the first one's name again?
Doubleheader.
Okay, that's why I blocked it out of my memory.
It was too much for you.
It was too much. I don't think I'm going to come to any sort of answer on this one, and my reasoning has proven incredibly flawed the entire time. I'm going to go with Doubleheader.
Doubleheader is real, and Uppercut, the fellow that you wrote off right from the beginning, was in fact my deception.
It sounds so real. It sounds so much like a Transformers thing.
Yeah. They've had quite a number of years in this toy line, and they've still got territory to tread, baby.
Oh my Jesus Christ. I can't wait to do one of these things with Star Trek and watch you fucking twist into knots like this.
Oh, it'll be fun. It'll be fun,
but I will tear apart any semblance of understanding you have for this because I have always had like a passive appreciation for Transformers that today makes me feel like an ass. Wow. Okay. Well, 1 out of 5 is bad, but
yes. So, Colin, your final score was 1 out of 5, which is better than Pat's 1 out of 10. So
that's true.
Maybe if we'd continued on for another 5 questions, that might have been the same.
I think that's something that we should do. I don't feel good beating Pat on a score-changing technicality, so we'll be back, and I will do worse. I promise.
that's going to do it for us today, folks. Again, my name is Jeff Levitt. If you're interested in following me in any social media, I put my link to my Instagram and my YouTube toy review channel in the description. I've been joined by Colin. Colin, do you have any links that you want me to pop in the description for you?
We got a bunch of podcasts. They're at commongeekingprogram.com. I'm on @SonicColinK, spelling and description on a bunch of stuff.
Thank you, Colin, again for joining me. Like Colin mentioned, we've got some other podcasts, which I'll also link in the description. Let us know if you like this video so we know whether or not to make more, and thank you for joining us.